So we had the pleasure of participating in the Project PYCH chamber program concerts because Jephta asked Grace to perform a song on piano to accompany a couple of the chamber students. Grace, can you tell us about the song itself and how that was learning the song?
It was a little hard because I had to learn it in 1 week, and we waited a few days, and then I learned it. So it was a little hard. I was scared that, because that night before our first practice, I was having a hard time, and I couldn't figure out this one note. And then finally I got it. I was like, okay, and then we went to bed, and I got up, went to school, and at that practice I did fine. So it was pretty scary because, like, what happens if you mess up? Because you're, like, right in front of Jephta, so.
Well, I think it was a great experience because you actually got the music a few months in advance, and your teacher, Mary Sandell, over at Foundation Music School, assisted you to learn the music itself. But the week-long experience of playing with the other players is what you were referencing, I think.
Yes.
Where you were actually practicing with Sophia and Remy, and they played very well. So everybody did their part, practicing their portion, and then you had the week to get together and bring it all together for the performance.
Yep.
What was the name of the song?
At the Playground.
And it sounded really great when we were able to sit and listen to everybody together over at St. John's Lutheran Church is where the performance happened. So it was really neat to be in that performance space because it's beautiful and great acoustics, and the kids did very well.
Yep.
So that was a fun project that you got to work with Jephta from Laurel.
That was a really, really fun project that I got to work on. And I want to do it again sometime.
Yeah, that'd be great. And so recently we just had a performance with Chad Fisher, your mandolin teacher, correct?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
It was at Avogadro's Number. And I played with all the kids that are in a club called Bluegrass Club. And Bluegrass Club is where you go and you play with a group of 10 to 14, I guess. So around that range, maybe even more. And you learn to play with a group, and then you get to go on all of these really, really fun concerts and stuff like that. So it's really been a pleasure to for Mr. Fisher to let us come to that, and he's the one that teaches us the songs that we need to know to be in that club, and I'm just really happy that my teacher is Mr. Fisher.
Yeah, and we were able to put our ears on his new band project called Lineage Music Project. That was pretty special, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They have a bluegrass style band that they're putting together that has some different flavors, and a plan to integrate that with Club Bluegrass and the students that are performing with Chad. Some of his private students from other schools, but many are from Laurel Elementary. All the way from preschoolers that are hoping to get into Laurel next year or in the next couple of years, all the way up to alumni from Laurel that now go to Lesher.
Yes. There's kindergartners that I know, there's a girl named Zoe and Abe. And
Abe's one of the preschoolers.
Yes. He's actually a very great violin player, and he knows he's in Bluegrass Club, and he knows 10 songs.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And he's so cute because he's a really cute little boy. But then you put this tiny violin in his hand.
I think he has a 1/16
Yes.
violin. Pretty neat.
I always wanted to play violin in kindergarten because I wanted one of those, like, half-size violins.
It would be either a 16th or an 8th size.
Yes.
Pretty cool. But you were playing piano then.
Yeah, and we thought that it was a little too much to do 2 instruments. And then my mom bought my mandolin, and we started learning from there. And now I play mandolin, piano, and I'm starting to learn guitar and sing. So,
yeah. Well, and with guitar and singing, we got to listen to one of Chad's projects that he gets students together in small groups, and they practice performance-based songs together. And right now they're called Harmony Road, but I think they're not 100% set on their name. And that has 3 middle schoolers. Well, actually, it'll be 4 middle schoolers for next year, and then a parent accompaniment on guitar. But they have a band, and they played a few songs at Avos, didn't they?
Yep, and me and some other kids are actually doing this kind of band thingy, because there's, in Harmony Road, there's Collie, Eli, Ben, and he's the dad of Eli. Then there's Allison.
And then Grace is playing the stand-up bass. A different Grace than you.
Yes.
She goes to Wellington Middle School.
So, and then in my group, there's me. Then Sawyer. He's actually the brother of Allison and Collie.
Yep.
So,
and then the Nosler boys, right?
Yes.
Andrew
there's
and Sam.
Sam and Andrew. And Mr. Fisher helps us out with that.
So that's another one of his band projects. And I just thought you guys should, if they're going to stick with Harmony Road, maybe you guys could be Melody Street.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
But the kids always get to pick the names of the band when they do those performance practices. And that happens at Mr. Fisher's house on the weekend. So he's just putting that time in, huh?
Every Saturday.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. We had some really great adult performers come in and help. They're all connected to Club Bluegrass one way or the other through Laurel Elementary School or through Club Bluegrass. Some of them go to other schools, but the families are participating, and they got to feature some of their singer-songwriter type music, some little bluegrass flair, some individual, but all original music. It's been fun for some of those pieces, and yeah, it was great. It was a really neat show, and we're going to try to edit that to, one, make a disc that we can raise money for Lineage Music Project in the studio itself to make scholarships for students to have lessons with Chad, and then also potentially have the show on Live and Local on KRFC. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Excellent.
And about the parents that actually do it, is there's a lady named Sharon, and she helps us with our singing, and she also plays guitar. And she played these 2 songs called The Drought Song and Bless My Soul, and they are so pretty, and she wrote both of them all by herself, and I'm just amazed by how she can do that.
Songwriting's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
And she did help you guys, because some of the performances at Avos, you did some really great harmonies, the students, and again, that was a range of students all the way from preschool to middle school, so everybody put in their part, and it sounded really great with her teachings.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have her. And there's another lady, I can't remember her name right now, but she played wrote a song and sang it, and Sharon actually helped out with that, and so did Mr. Fisher, and Grace actually played the stand-up bass with that.
That's with Catherine Thompson. She's a 4th grade teacher at Laurel, so she'll be part of your grade next year. Pretty lucky to have another musical performance.
Yes.
She also did a collaboration with Ben Koenig. He's another one of your friends from Laurel who's a part of Club Bluegrass and a part of Project PYCH, where she wrote a beautiful a piano piece, and he accompanied her with his violin. He wrote his own piece to go along with it. It was a really wonderful collaboration. And we have a recording of that too, so maybe we can add that into some of what Vincent does in his programs as well.
Yes, and I actually think it's called Moon and Stars.
Yes, but, the original title was in French, and I do not know French, so
Yes.
I couldn't even begin to tell you what the name of it was in French, that song. But yes, she did a wonderful original song at the Avos performance. We also had Lindsay Paulding and Mark Brady. They're both volunteers with Club Bluegrass that did some really cool old-style bluegrass jams with the fiddle and guitar, and they even brought in Lindsay's dad, Scott, for some harmonica, and Lindsay did some harmonica, too. It was really neat.
Yeah, I really like their songs. And I thought my favorite song was the one with both the harmonica songs.
Yeah, that was
because
pretty special.
That's just really cool having a guitar, a violin, and a harmonica making so much music. That is just awesome.
Yeah, and Mark's daughter Eden plays in Club Bluegrass with us sometimes, huh?
Yes, Eden is a very nice girl.
Fun.
And she's good at violin as well.
Well, it was a really special show, and we were able to also talk about Jephta's Project PYCH festival that they're having that's coming up this week. It's, I think, June 17th through the 23rd, and they are just going to have a myriad of different experiences and performances and concerts and classes throughout that time frame to raise money for that Off the Hook festival for the Project PYCH program.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And I think it'll be really cool with all the fundraisers because he already made a bunch of money at the Avos performance.
Mr. Fisher, yep.
Yes, Mr. Fisher. So,
and that's going to go to hopefully get new T-shirts for the program because in his violin and mandolin program, there's over 170 students right now. And we've had the same shirts for about 4 years, I think. Mm-hmm. And so he's hoping to redesign with some original art from students a new T-shirt setup for the students. And that's what the money that he raised at Avos is hopefully going to go for.
Yes. And we actually have a parent group that performed there too. My dad is in that, Brad Kuch. He plays the mandolin with me. And then there's
our friends Bevan and Laura. So Bevan's son Arlo and Stella, they play some mandolin and violin. I think Arlo wants to play the mandolin, but he's playing the violin right now. Laura and her son Jaron. And I actually, some of the other parents I'm not as familiar with because they don't go to Laurel. So I know the ones that go to Laurel the best. But there's a good group of folks that come together to do that and perform.
Mm-hmm. Because it's really cool because I know basically all the kids that play that. Because I know TK, that's one of the kids. I know Abe and Ethan.
Oh, yes, Tina. Yes. Tina is the mom. Mm-hmm.
I know Jaron. I know Arlo and Stella. And I know myself.
Yeah.
So it's really cool doing that.
Yes. Chad hosts a parent group. So for parents who want to learn a little bit more about an instrument so they can assist and work with their students and help better them as well. Because it's always more fun to play with someone.
Yeah.
And so he hosts a parent group for the families to be able to play together, to make music together.
Yeah.
And Keegan and Marlena.
Yeah.
I'm just, as we talk, I'm thinking of more families that are involved. So
this summer is going to be certainly a fun summer, especially since you're going to learn the bass.
Oh, yes. Mr. Fisher wants me to learn the electric bass to be part of the band, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.